Biafra, superstars, media.
Fellow Biafrans, I present to you the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency, Mazi Ekpa Simon Njoku. Thank you very much.
My fellow Biafrans, my message today on this 14th day of July is going to be very different. I am not here to give update. Every update we have is in the public. And I believe that if you are here watching this program, you may have been following the Biafra Liberation live and direct. My fellow Biafrans, as we approach the declaration which is to take place during our convention in Finland on the 2nd of December 2024, there are things that we must do. As we continue to protect our land, as the Biafra Defense Force increase the defense of our land, the defense of our women and our children, it is the most important thing for this government to protect the right, the properties, and of course, the life of our children in Biafra land. For us to achieve this and make our place a better place for all of us, we must bear in mind that our blow to Nigeria state and to Nigeria terrorist state must continue to be deep. I mean, our liberation going forward as we approach November, December, must continue to be deep blow on the Nigeria terrorist state until our declaration and beyond. Nigeria has dealt with us for many years. We have seen ethnic cleansing of our people. We have seen attempted annihilation of Biafra people, including changing in demography, distorting our map without any consent from the indigenous people of Biafra. Because we have entered almost the final stage of the liberation of Biafra. The world is talking about the Biafra today. We have been able to put the information, the issue of Biafra in the world global stage. We must make sure that our wrath against terrorist state of Nigeria remain invisible. Our wrath remain invisible. We will continue to deal with Nigeria, and Nigeria will not know what is dealing to them. And that is the invisible of the wrath of Biafra people. We must not have mercy on Nigeria terrorist state. I am telling you, the dimension that we are entering from now is that every personnel of the Biafra Defense Force must understand that going forward, we must not have mercy on Nigeria terrorist state, nor on the enemies in our land. No mercy. As we continue to defend our land against terrorist state of Nigeria and their foot soldiers, our happiness must always be at the tip of our sword, at the tip of our mara, at the tip of our guns, That's where our happiness should lie. As we continue to defend our land against Nigeria terrorism, our heart will always know no pity. This message today is directly to any person that is involved in our security in the homeland. There will be no pity against anything Nigeria within Biafra land. Our heart must know no pity. I want you to understand that our cry of war will be given for our country, Biafra, which is now finally cutting the Nigeria and British chain of slavery, decade of slavery. Our defiance will not be passed until the Biafra people and the Biafra nation are free. My fellow Biafrans, when the rest of the indigenous people in Nigeria or other ethnic group, as you may call them, and the land, they continue to hang their head as they bow to the terrorism of the Nigeria state. We, the brave, from the land of brave, called Biafra. We, the lions and lioness of the imagining state and the United States of Biafra, believed in our chests. We have denied 1,000 pains since the amalgamation of Nigeria. But only one proud, holy thought, which is that as we approach the 2nd of December declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra, Biafrans, we must rise against Nigeria terrorist state. We must rise against Nigeria terrorism, against our people and our land. We must rise against the massacre of our people by the Nigeria state in Biafra land, like the revenge of the Kulervo. For many people do not understand the Kulervo concept. Kulervo dagger and melee deals high damage, very high damage size. The Kulervo size the power of treachery to slake his thirst for revenge. In Kulervo, even the kingdom cannot shelter you from your sin. If you die 10,000 deaths, and your crimes will still pursue you. That is exactly what Kulervo does. We have opened that chapter in the Biafra liberation. Your crime can never be forgiven, especially betraying our people, betraying our freedom, and costing the life of hundreds and thousands of Biafrans, including the opportunity to excel in life and live a better life than every other person in Africa. This generation of Biafra fighters, of which you and I are opportune to be part of, we inherited this war that we are now fighting today, defending ourselves. We shall fight and finish it. We shall pass not the war unto our children, but sweetly those destinies of this war. And a new table will be born of Biafra, which will grow, charge, and triumph. Therefore, Biafra people in Germany, I call on you, Igbos, I call on you, Efik, I call on you, Ibibios, I call on you, Ogoni, and in Jos in Germany and beyond. There is only one Biafra, and its ideal cannot be removed by sheer of force or by sheer of gun or by shears of barrels of the gun and bullet of the Nigeria terrorist state. This Biafra remain Biafra. It remain our nation. And we must not allow the share of the Nigeria forces to force us away from our own freedom and the land of the rising sun. I repeat, I call on you, Igbos, Efik, Ibibio, Ogoni, and in Jos in Germany and beyond. There is only one Biafra, and its ideal cannot be removed by sheer force away from under the old eastern region sky. Its sun is rising very fast, and the dragon flag of the Biafra Defense Force is carried by the strong hand of the Biafra Liberation Army and the Biafra Defense Forces over the roars of the bloody battlefield in the eastern part of Nigeria, Biafra land. From the southeast to the rising shore of the Bight of Biafra, today the Biafra Pakasi Peninsula up to the Gulf of Guinea. We shall control our territory and our waterways. For us to do this, you must know that resources, finance, physical commitment, and otherwise is needed for us to achieve this goal that will benefit our generation and unborn generation of Biafra people. Biafrans in Germany, if you know what freedom is all about, this time you come forward and support the liberation of Biafra with whatever you have. We will make sure that our bullet will never run out of bullet. The Biafra Defense Force will never run out of bullet. It is the responsibility of you and I to make sure we do not just come to Europe to enjoy the freedom that they fought many years ago and allow our people to perish. The time for propaganda is over. Time for castigation is over. It's time we make sure that our bullets are always full in their cans. Nothing is too small. The sacrifices we have made is paying off. And today, the world is talking about Biafra. It is time we make this particular fire to burn even more and bigger than ever. Airborne to the Biafra Defense Forces. Airborne to the Liberation Army. Ja. We will win these people.
Amen. Amen. Airborne. Amen. 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 Airborne. Air. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. My people, my Biafran people, how una day today? This one, na Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say, may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency Oyendo Mazinamde Kano. May God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. His Excellency, ESN, Ekpa, Simon Njoku, for the amazing job Simon is doing. Simon, I want to say we thank you, we appreciate you, we love you, because we know in your hands, Biafra is coming. In your hands, Biafra is safe. And in your hands, when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. My fellow Biafrans, today I just want us to discuss a very brief one. This man you are seeing here, this sycophant, this hypocrite you are seeing here, this man they call T.Y. Danjuma, Theophilus Danjuma, now he's crying. At old age, now he's crying. But when he was in his youth, the things that generals like Agu Ironsi saw, people like this, they destroyed it. Now that the chicken has come home to roost, this crazy man don't they talk rubbish. He don't they cry like small pikin. He they make noise. T.Y. Danjuma is the first suicide bomber in that zoo called Nigeria. Because on the day that General Johnson Aguiyi-Ironsi and Adekunle Fajuyi were killed, 1966, remember, Ibadan. When they were killed, this man was the first suicide bomber. Because this man went to the house of Adekunle Fajuyi where Aguiyi-Ironsi was staying. And he went there with a grenade, a bomb, grenade, a live grenade. Lord have mercy. Now he's here saying that Nigeria is a disgrace to the whole world. Former defense chief Danjuma lambast Tinubu government over killings. Now you are crying. This same man is the one shouting, they collude, they collude. The army, they collude. But this man will not tell you the reward he got for taking the life of Aguiyi-Ironsi. The cabal he's trying to attack now, they gave him oil blocks as a reward for taking out Aguiyi-Ironsi. Way back in 1966, the first terrorist in that zoo, the first suicide bomber, Kamikaze, he went there with a live grenade. The pains of the grenade was taken out. It was out, and he told them, take me to your Oga. If you shoot me, I go drop this grenade. We all die. This man you are seeing here was the first suicide bomber in that zoo. And he was handsomely rewarded for killing a 42-year-old Aguiyi-Ironsi. What was the crime of Aguiyi-Ironsi, some of you might ask? What did he do to deserve that? A man who saw the way the country was going, and he tried to solve the issues. Those that did the coup, he went in there, they were in jail. But the cabal, they sent T.Y. Danjuma, a young man trying to show off, a man trying to be loved by the caliphate. He took it upon himself to carry that dastardly act. And he was handsomely rewarded. Not only that, during the Biafran War, this same man was very happy. He was a trigger-happy man in the land of Biafra. But look at him here now complaining. After how many years? It has now dawned on him. He now has the understanding that perhaps Aguiyi-Ironsi and the other coup plotters, they saw this coming. That even in his old age, it took him to be in his late age to see what those young men saw. He took the life of Aguiyi-Ironsi. Very, very sad. A vibrant man at the age of 42. But this man here now, look at him now, this murderer. I don't respect him. For you that respect this criminal, I don't respect him. Look at him here now saying, oh, the Nigerian zoo is a disgrace. Now he knows They're a disgrace. Now he knows. I don't respect him. When this suicide bomber killed Agui Ironsi and Adekunle, his excuse, his flimsy excuse was that I lost control after we arrested Agui Ironsi. He lost control. Hey, God have mercy. Hey, the Zoo Republic. He lost control. This is what he's saying. When you read the interview, I believe this was in 2008, they interviewed him. And he was giving some flimsy excuses that he lost control. This man went to the home of somebody with a live grenade. He was the first suicide bomber. What you have now, the kidnappers you have, the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, the ISIS, all those things you are seeing. Even before there was an Al-Qaeda, what they call it, those that did the 9/11, before there was Al-Qaeda, this man was the first suicide bomber. The only reason why he was able to overpower Agui Ironsi was he went there as a suicide bomber with a live grenade. And he's explaining, oh, I lost control when we arrested Agui Ironsi. This same man now is trying to complain about the Zoo government. Something that Agui Ironsi saw in 1966. This idiot is seeing it in 2024 and now he's complaining. He's saying Nigeria is a disgrace, but he's not angry with the oil well they give to him. The cabal, they rewarded him for killing Agui Ironsi and also for being part of those that went into the Biafran war. He's not angry about that. But now he's saying, oh, Nigeria is a disgrace. Oh my God, have mercy. Hey, my people, let us just listen to what the media are saying. You know, those in the Zoo media. Sometimes it is good to hear from your own perspective. The Zoo media, they want to run with the story that T.Y. Danjuma is saying, oh, Nigeria is a disgrace. T.Y. Danjuma, he is now a great man. He is a good speaker. We love T.Y. Danjuma. He's speaking out. But this same man was part of those that killed the dream and vision of the way Nigeria should have been. Those who were out there in the 60s trying to solve the problem of the caliphate. People like Danjuma. They were part of those that said no. They love the Fulani cabal. They must carry on with the crusade of Afonja to betray their people. All those who killed in the land of Biafra, their own villages, their communities, their town, their states is under siege. The Fulani cabal, they are there. They are kidnapping their children, their family, their land is gone. T.Y. Danjuma's land is gone as we speak. The same thing they did to Afonja. The same thing Fulani cabal they did to Afonja. T.Y. Danjuma is facing the same thing now. But those in the media, oh Lord my God, hey! In fact, sit back and relax. Let us hear what the Zoo media are saying. You know, the media in that zoo. Let us hear how they are breaking the news about T.Y. Danjuma saying Nigeria is a disgrace to the whole world. If you're with me, let us go there. What a shame. Listen.
T.Y. Danjuma, they call him retired, has lambasted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's led administration, over persisting insecurity in the country. Now, Danjuma said that Nigeria's security challenges have got to the point where the trend has made the country become a disgrace to the world and a laughing stock to the international community. The former defense chief who said this today, Friday, while speaking at the annual Moyo Fishing and Cultural Festival in Ibi local government area of Taraba State, stressed that urgent steps must be taken to address the security challenges facing Nigeria before the country is completely overtaken. Now, it was gathered that, in fact, he said, quoting him now, he says, Nigerian authorities must take urgent measures to redeem the battered image of the country by addressing the security challenges confronting the nation. He emphasized that the level of insecurity in Nigeria has become so bad that nobody, especially foreigners, would be willing to come to the country to invest or visit tourist sites.
What did their face? Yes, it's so bad. It's so bad. You call the zoo a disgrace, but you kill those trying to save it. Just think about that. Something those gallant men they saw in the 1960s. A problem that could have been solved in 1966, to be more specific. People like T.Y. Danjuma, they stepped in for the cabal and did the handiwork of the cabal. Lord have mercy. Just think about that. This problem this man is crying about now could have been solved in fact, they solved the problem in 1966 after that first coup. But people like this, they stepped up. People like Gowon, they stepped up to say, no, we love the Fulani cabal. We shall fight the Biafrans and the Igbos and the Yorubas for the Fulani cabal. We shall kill Agu Ironsi and his best friend Adekunle Fajuyi. We'll kill them for the cabal. That's the problem with that zoo. They say the Igbos are the problem. But at a time when the Yorubas and the Igbos say, okay, time to face the enemy. When they face the enemy, guess what? People like this, they will step up and say, no, we love the cabal. But now he's crying that Nigeria is not safe. Nigeria, this kidnapping, everything like that. He's saying those things now. But this problem he's talking about could have been solved by his colleagues, by his peers in 1966. Nigerians, now who doing this thing? Now who doing this thing? Let's continue.
That their security was not guaranteed. According to him, no person or group of persons will want to come to our state, our country, if we continue to kill and butcher ourselves.
Okay.
Speaking further, he said that the ugly situation in the country required immediate attention of the government, urging that all hands must be on deck in order to put the right pegs in the right holes, not the other way around. Now, those in position, quoting him, he says, those in position of authority must work hard to make the country safe for all Nigerians, including foreigners, before we could attract more and more investors into this country. If we continue to make our roads unsafe for people to move around, our dreams of making Moyo Fishing and Cultural Festival an international festival cannot be achieved. It is sad that Nigeria as a nation has become a laughingstock following the security challenges. Oh, Ogatoko. In fact, he further says, as the security is currently right now, we are a disgrace to the whole world. And therefore, we must redeem our image and put our house in order before, in order, because right now we have become a laughingstock in the whole world. Mr. Sheson, I'm so sorry I had to start with this conversation.
Hold on there, Joe. He's a hypocrite. Bunch of hypocrites. There is a problem in that zoo. He said all what he said. But he didn't condemn that someone like him was given an oil well. This man is a multi-billionaire as we speak, because he did the bidding of the Fulani Caliphate. When men rose up to solve the problem of that zoo called Nigeria, you see that problem, no be today it starts. Even before the Biafran war, if they had solved that problem, perhaps there will be no need for the Biafran war. Because if you remember, when things were getting out of hand, Aguiyi was spied. His best friend was spied in 1966. Suddenly, they turned around and the Igbos were being killed in the north. Which was why Ojukwu now said, enough is enough. If you guys keep on doing this to our people, I may have to tell them to come back. And we split this thing up. This was why in 1967 there was a Biafran war. People like this, they're responsible for what happened to us. But now he is thinking that we are gullible, that we are shallow-minded people, that we don't know the history. This man is the first suicide bomber in that zoo called Nigeria. He went to Aguiyi with a live grenade. There was no pin, no safety pin on the grenade. He was ready to die for the caliphate. But he's here now pretending. No wonder they took away history from your classes. Some of you don't know what is happening in that zoo. Very, very sad. Let's continue.
Hey, it's a fresh news. Credited to T.Y. Danjuma. And I think that the reason why he, was speaking very passionately is because of the level of tourist attraction that the Moyo Festival would have attracted or should attract.
Hold on there. The Moyo Festival was a selfish interest. What he was discussing was a festival in his own, his state. It was all about his selfish interest. And I suspect he has invested millions from the crude oil that he has. From the revenue, from the proceeds, he invested in that Moyo Festival. But those headsmen say, no, Oga, we are also coming for your land. That land, when you get to, we also want it. I don't know clear now. Now he's crying, he's shouting, they collude, they collude. The military, they collude, they collude. God have mercy. If only our people know that contraption, the problem in that contraption is within the contraption. Not only Britain, but the problem of that contraption is within the contraption. As the Yorubas will say, Kokoro to nje efo, ara efo lower. Yorubas. I have to quote you on this one. They will say, Kokoro to nje efo, ara efo lower. Kokoro, ant. The ant, when they chop vegetable, efo is a vegetable. The ant that eats the vegetable, it's on the body of the vegetable that ant lives. And that's a fact. If something is eating your vegetable, when you look at the stem, when you look at the branches, you will still see those ants going up and down, through and through that tree or that plant. Then when they are hungry, they will go to the vegetable. They will chop the leaf. Then they will go back to hide again, climbing the stem, going to the root, up and down. That's exactly what is happening in that zoo. And when we tell you that zoo cannot continue, some of you still say you love Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Nigeria go better. You love Nigeria. It beats my imagination. Because whenever there is time to solve the problem of that zoo, some people will step up and say, no, we believe in the caliphate. It is an opportunity for the caliphate to bless us. It is a chance for me to be rewarded by the caliphate. I will kill those trying to save Nigeria. I will deal with those trying to rescue Nigeria. And when I do that, the caliphate, they will love me, they will bless me, they will reward me with an oil well from the land of Biafra. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. They still get rewarded from the land of Biafra. My people, I rest my case on this one. Very, very sad. Let's continue.
But unfortunately, for security reasons, that can be the situation.
Yeah, thank you very much, Precious. General T.Y. Danjuma, retired, spoke passionately about the level of insecurity in the country. He's stating the obvious, but I think there are more I would say to it, in the sense that first and foremost is a former chief of defense staff of this country.
Yes.
You ask yourself, what were the structures put down? You see, it's a progressive growth that we should be talking about.
Okay.
And they will always say, if the foundation is wrong, what will the righteous do? If you don't get the foundation right, you cannot start building the castle from up. You must start from down. You ask yourself, what are the basic things that they can be proud of as structure that they've actually put down,
Okay.
which they can refer the new generation, let me put it that way, to build on. Don't forget, as an individual, a respected military man, you still have the eyes and the ear of the current president. And the issue that we are talking about today is not just starting. I don't think I read about this festival you're talking about in the last 4 or 5 years.
Well done.
During the last administration.
There you go.
And I always ask myself, it seems everybody picked up this issue of insecurity. But if you have the current administration...
But I think Danjuma actually spoke to during the past administration. Perhaps not this much, but, you heard his voice a couple of times.
Yeah, maybe once or twice, but talking about the area, because this festival that was actually invited to is an annual thing.
Yes.
Okay.
That's actually been done. I want to feel that our leaders, if some of us will say it today, they failed us. Some of their failure is what we are actually, trying to see how we can grip ourselves.
God bless this man. Some of their failures is what the zoo they are trying to see how to get right. But unfortunately, because those that failed you in that zoo, it was a deliberate attempt. You understand? It was something that had to be done. So don't say they just failed you, unknowingly. They knowingly did what they did. Those that did the coup, Aguironsi, they had them in prison, locked up. They were all in detention. Suddenly, Danjuma and the rest of them, they said, no, Aguironsi, you are being too slow. You are being too slow. We want you to buy them. You are being too slow. According to them, he was being too slow, which was why they struck. But Boko Haram has been in that zone for how many years? They've done nothing about it. But a man who was there to solve the problem in 1966, he went there with a live grenade. This man, when they speak like a holy man now, this is the first kid. Oh my God. Nigeria now who do una this thing? Una shame, they shame me. See person when look at the man they are discussing. Somebody that went to someone's house with a live grenade. The safety pin was taken out. He was acting like a madman, shouting at Aguironsi and the rest of them. Not only that, when they buy Aguironsi, they tied his legs, one on each van, and they tore him like a chicken. This same man is coming out to preach, saying that zoo is a disgrace around the whole world. But when he did what he did, Nigeria was fine and sweet. Abi? Bunch of hypocrites. My fellow Biafrans, this is the problem we have with that zoo, man. This is the problem we have with that zoo. There is no way we can continue in that, in that zoo. There is no way. There is no way. Because those who are speaking are those who are responsible for the mayhem you are going through. Let me hear this man one more time, then I'll wrap it up.
up, a lot of them have access to basic amenities, of which today we cannot be proud of any. A lot of them, not crediting to T.Y. Danjuma alone, but we talk about the older generations of mismanagement. You see, the issue there is when you put an accusing finger to one, it covers practically all of them. Who are the people that they can call to order now to say, while we were there, these are basic things that we're doing. What is going on, guys? What are you doing? There are ways.
There you go. While we were there, we did all these things. Why are you guys doing this now? No, because they cannot even do that. They can't even justify their actions while they were there. They can't. Because they've been doing the same thing. They assumed they were doing it to the Biafran man. Oh no, walai talai. The Biafran man will never do that zoo. Walai talai, this and this. You only have one seaport. Yes. Walai talai, now only Lagos will get seaports. And you want to be vibrant. You want to exploit your economy. You want to maximize the profit and the revenue in your businesses. And you only have one seaport. Oh God. The zoo will always be a zoo. It's like somebody we want to open a restaurant. He has the money to have 20 branches. He said, no, I will only have this one branch. The branch is doing well. But the branch is now a household name. It is time to expand. But they say, no, I will not expand because the other places when I want to expand, na Igbo there for that place, na Middle Belt there for that place. So I will not expand. You are punishing your business because you are thinking about the tribe of people living in those other areas when you're supposed to expand your business. It's only in that zoo that elephant will fly. In the Western world, what they are doing is they are exploring and exploiting their opportunities. Then they exploit the market in order to have a favorable market, size. In economics, we call it competitive advantage. There is a market size, and you are fighting to get a larger percentage of that market. And the only way you can do it is not by being a local champion in Lagos. Say, oh, we have port in Lagos. No. If you keep doing that, over time, Ghana will catch up with you. If you keep doing that, over time, South Africa will catch up with you. And if you keep on playing tribalism, over time, even this small Benin Republic will catch up with you. That's the problem of that zoo. They were looking at tribalism. They know when it comes to business, the Biafran man, we are number one. When it comes to import and export, we are number one. But because of tribalism, they said, no, make we punish them. Make we only have one functional seaport. And just yesterday, South Africa now has the biggest economy in Africa. Second to Egypt. One other country is third. And your zoo republic has fell to fourth. The so-called giant of Africa, due to tribalism, they fell and shot themselves on the foot. They don't exploit their environment. They don't explore, find other ways to do things much better. Look for more efficiency ways to carry out their businesses. No. They believe in the old way because few of the colonies, they are making the money from the Biafran oil. They are okay. They did not want to diversify their economy. They said, no, that oil is making me to be rich. We shall continue to suck that oil. Make we they drink the oil. And when the men in 1966, the military men, when they struck to create a balance, to solve the problem, people like Danjuma, they rose and said, no, we love the caliphates, we love the cabal, we shall fight the Igbos, we shall do this to that, we will claim we do this in order to be rewarded by the caliphate. The same thing Afonja did, these guys, they still did it. And in the case of T.Y. Danjuma, his own is even worse because he is the first suicide bomber in that zoo. When you do your research, you guys will know what I'm talking about. There is a reason why they took history of your institutions. Because they know that when you know the history of that zoo, none of you want to remain in that zoo. Very, very shameful, my people. I'll wrap it up here. All I'm saying is please do not fall for the gimmicks. Because he's speaking out now doesn't mean he's somebody you will love and all that stuff. Very, very sad, man. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. Things like this sometimes makes me to wonder. Those that say they love Nigeria, do they even know the history of that zoo they say they love? Do they know the history? T.Y. Danjuma that is speaking now, a man that you love now, you see him as speaking to the power. This same man, when Nigeria was getting it right, oh my God. In fact, just hear this man small. Hear the man small, man. Listen.
As you are precious, people you have mentored in this profession, that if you hear of some of the things that are not going right in organizations that they are working for, that you can call them to order and say, these are the ways we feel that you can do it. But I'm not saying so much of that. I love the concluding part of it to say, we need to get up and do the right thing. But I've not heard of the right thing to be done. When we are getting up, when you are giving that wake-up call, that things are terribly bad, we must get back to shape. He's one of the people that we have confidence in because they passed through that route as a security man, as a military man who has actually served this country. I think we should see more of some of the solutions that these particular people can adopt. And if they are not following through, at least it will be on record that there are certain advice, there are certain processes set up by the former people who have served this country on the way to actually solve the problem. Because most of the time we come out to say this issue of insecurity border around on the failure of our economy. Because if everybody is engaged, I don't think that the next route that we'll think about is kidnapping. You know, you are talking of terrorism. It started small. But we just turn our deaf ear, close our eyes against some of these ills that has actually metamorphosed into business ventures that people are actually boast of that they are doing out there. But if you ask this current, they will tell you that they are trying a lot. I think I read a story credited to the NSA telling you that...
Hold on there. Hold on there, small. When it comes to the kidnapping and all those things, and all those things happening, I need you to do some more research to know why they are doing what they are doing. If you think it's just because of joblessness, if you think the Boko Haram, they are here because they are looking for job, if you think the headsman, ISWAP, all of them, they are here, ISIS is even here. Even Hamas came here, the leaders of Hamas, they came to that zoo. If you assume that it's because of joblessness, unemployment, then please, with all due respect, I need you to do some more research. When you find the answer, come back and break it down for us. From me, from here, for now, I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain yours truly, Biafra Superstars Media. God bless you. Yeah, Biafra is the freedom. Yeah, Biafra, let it be known. We're here for the throne. Biafra, we going home. Yeah.
Mazin, I'm the Kanu. Mazin Simon Ekpa, Prime Minister Biafra. You know he does it better. I'm looking all strapped up in this game, Biafra soldier. Let my name be known, nigga. I'm the soldier. Yeah, I'm fighting for liberation. I'm fighting for the people. I'm fighting for my freedom. Yeah, we fight for Biafra. Let it be known, cause we're straight from Africa. Yeah, the black nation, the creation of God. I am the alliance, taking it hard. We're fighting for the freedom.